here with Sebumbar in Shamlapur refugee camp, and this is her son who's 9 days old. His name is Ansarullah. She fled 12 days ago, so she arrived to Shamlapur, and this is one of the refugee camps where we don't have many NGOs present. They don't have the aid that they need. There are new and existing refugee shelters here. Sebumbar's situation is quite unique in the sense that she doesn't know where her husband is. So in Burma, she doesn't know if he's alive. He fled, so he could be alive, he could be caught by the military. So she fled here 12 days ago, and she was pregnant, heavily pregnant. 3 days later, her son Ansarullah was born. Ansarullah is 9 days old. The last time she ate was last night because she has to queue up with food tokens in order to eat, and it's very, very difficult with a newborn to be able to do that. And you can just see in this scorching heat, I'm standing here absolutely sweltering in the heat. I don't know how they're managing to stay in these tarpaulin temporary shelters.
It's boats like this that the Rohingya have been arriving on. We're in the port of Shamlapur, which is on the other side of the Naf River. And as you can see, this is the Bay of Bengal. And on this route here, there's been almost about 30,000 people have come on this route here. And the problem is that most of the international NGOs actually haven't visited the camps in Shamlapur. They're mostly coming by the road border, which is in No Man's Land and Ukia and Balukali and Kutupalong. Shamlapur is quite underreported.
When the boat has been arrived, when the boat has been arrived, the people, especially local people, help them. They carried them in their hand, in their body, and keep them in the secure area. Okay. That is a very, very, very good job.
Courageous job.
Yes. তারপরে টিউজন যখন এন্ডে গিয়ে তখন কি দিলাম
নিরা আড়াই কারা রানি বারমারে জায়গা দিলাম পোশাক দিলাম গোসল করো ভাত খাও
Oh good, that is also very good job. They provide every clothes to them, those who don't have any good clothes. Even they support them to clean them, wash them, and do shower everything.
For example, infectious disease. Infectious disease such as infection.
Standing right by the river Naf. This is the river Naf, and across the river we have Burma. It's a pretty cloudy day today, but the silhouette of the mountains shows you just how close proximity Bangladesh and Burma are, and what divides them is this river. The river Naf is a name that I'm sure you've heard many times. This is the first point of entrance for the Rohingya refugees. Thousands have come here, and down below there, I'm not sure if we can capture it, there are a couple of Rohingya refugee houses. They've built their houses with sort of found leftover tarpaulin and bamboo.
We're at the leather camp. I came here about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, none of these shops and stuff were here. But right now you can see there is bamboo about to come in here. We've just walked past about 3 NGOs who are handing out warm food, cooked food. When I came here in April, there was about 15,000 people here. And during Ramadan, we provided a sanitation facility, which was for about 5,000 people. Since then, in the last 3 weeks, a further 8,000 people have come here now. So we're at 23,000 in this particular camp. This camp is good for about 8,000 people, so we're way overburdened in these areas. But the good thing is, as you can see, as these rickshaws are going past us, aid is being received here.
So this is in Ukia, Falongkali. You can just see on my left, literally, this wasn't here 24 hours ago. So they're building houses, they're temporary shelters. You've got toilets over there that are simply bamboo sticks and a little bit of plastic bags. And this is pretty much just on one hill, but there are several hills here with thousands of homes. Literally, this is going on for miles and miles on end. Right next to a main road, you've got children who are just playing on the streets, sleeping on the streets, eating on the streets, and until their temporary shelter is made, this is what they're doing. It's an incredibly unhygienic area in the sense that obviously there's excrement everywhere, people's clothes, rubbish.
Yes. Why are you sitting here?
She arrived there alone. She has nothing. She has no one.
Where's your husband, sons, daughters?
She came alone there because she has lost her son and also her husband. Nobody come with him. Her.
Do you not have a shelter now?
তোর তো হন ধরনের ঘরে বাসা বাড়ি নাই না she don't move around. She don't move around because of her weakness. So that's reason she has stayed there. Just her to go to Kutupalong Ayom, but she can't move from there because of her weakness.
Do you sleep here?
She sleep their neighbors, if anyone or relatives, known person, she just sleep there. She's very
How old are you?
Her boy 60 years old. She's 60 years old.
Nur Kalima is 15. আচ্ছা হতে এসো এটা
After Eid, 3 days after Eid.
3 days after Eid.
We are in North Balukali. This was the area where a lot of the new arrivals actually settled in this area. They built their initial their tents in this area. And if you just pan the camera around, you can see the entire thing has been cleared. The entire area has been cleared. You can even see the boundaries of the tents that were left before. This happened yesterday and today. We estimated around about 135,000. This stretch goes on to about 1 mile this way and about half a mile this way. And we estimated that there must have been 135,000 people that were here. And what the government has done is that they've actually decided that they want the Rohingya people to go onto the other side. So if we go across to the other side of the road, yesterday when we drove past, on this area here the houses were there. Today they're empty again. What the government is trying to do is push everyone towards Balukali and Tankali, and they are going to try to condense the area so all the Rohingya are together. Now there's a couple of positives and negatives. The first positive about that, I'll just wait the horns to stop. The first positive about that is that all the Rohingya will be in one place, which will mean that registration becomes easier, biometric registration will become easier, and then essentially delivering aid, delivering support will become easier. The negative about it is that the other area is not ready. So again, if you pan around, then you'll see that there are people who literally have nowhere to go. They don't know what to do. They are unsure what to do. So you have in this area, we've just passed Balukali Town Centre. Balukali Town Centre, the bazaar area, it took us about 20 minutes to pass through. When we were there in April, it was a 1-minute drive through. And that's because there's a swarm of people, hundreds of thousands of people are there. We estimated around 135,000. So yes, there's some positives and some negatives. But again, I will stress and like to push the point, the need for assistance is desperate and it's urgent. Your donations must continue. We're looking for your help on a long-term basis. Of course, we need to provide shelter and food and support, but also what we're starting to see is there's quite a lot of disease around, dysentery and diarrhea, influenza, and regular kind of house colds, which don't need to be as bad as they are, but without medication, without proper care and rest, without shelter, these are becoming serious issues. So these are the two twins. One is here and one is inside the cot over there. We're making their home at the moment, and this is the space. Believe me, there's it's 1 meter by half a meter space here. It's incredibly humid. If I take off the torch, you'll see how dark it is. I don't think I'm able to do that, but it's very, very dark, very, very humid inside here. Unbelievable conditions for a young child to be staying in. We are inside the Kutupalong camp, and basically this is where the 5 babies that you guys have supported were born. At the moment they're all staying in separate accommodation that we've managed to figure out. and their houses are being built at the moment. So we're going to go and check those houses out in a few moments.
For the last couple of days, one thing I've noticed in every single camp that we visited, on the roads in between the camps, is litter. Debris everywhere. Everywhere you look. Packets of food, packets from sanitary towels, packets from just drinks and everything else, including rice sacks. It's all on the floor, and clothes. What happens to the environment as a result of this?
There is a lot of mud on the floor as well, and that's proved to be one of the big issues, you know, when the people are trying to move around from one place to another place, especially those who have newly arrived who don't have shelter yet. So almost all the people that you're seeing in the video now, almost all of them are newly arrived without shelter at the moment. We have built the house for the pregnant ladies. I'm just coming up to the top. You'll be able to see here is a shelter that's been created for them, and a room that they can call of their own. It's separated by 2 sections, gives them a bit of privacy. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you so much for building this. It means that the pregnant mother who's now given birth to the newborn baby will be able to have a place that they can call their own, and a place of sanctuary, a place of safety, and a place hopefully that they can call home. Thank you.